Love me supreme forever, for life. How everybody doing? Hope y'all having a divine day, a beautiful day, a caring day, a loving day. And you already know, don't forget to tell yourself you love yourself today. That's the most important part of the day. You feel me? So, tap in with yourself. You know what I'm saying? It don't require that much. You know what I mean? Just require a little bit of your time. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of your patience. You know what I mean? And it's up from there. You know? That's all we came to learn. But we having a beautiful day though. Having a great day. You know what I mean? The day almost over. You know what I'm saying? You done made it through. You know what I mean? So, just sitting around right now. You know what I mean? Getting a little computer work here. You know what I mean? So, it's a beautiful thing though. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing though. Like I said, just embrace life. You know what I mean? With open arms. You know what I mean? Take the bad with the good with the bad. And just move on up. You know what I'm saying? Don't let whatever problems you got going on in your life hinder you from moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Only worry about those things you can't control. You know what I mean? And that's all we came to learn. You know? So, and that's what it's about, though. Things you can control. I don't worry about things that's out of my control. You know what I'm saying? I don't learn them lessons. You know what I mean? Trying to control things that's out of your control, that just stress you out. You know what I'm saying? You a fucking headache. You know what I mean? And that's all we came to learn. So, the less stress, the better. The less stress I can put on myself. You know what I'm saying? The better. You know what I mean? You already got enough stress from, external things going on in our life. You know what I'm saying? Our daily things we do in our life and, job, family, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot
To learn.
people.
What's up with everybody? How everybody doing? You know what I mean? Gotta bundle up out this motherfucker. It's cold. My rule supreme forever. You know what I'm saying? Thank you everybody for being here. You know what I mean? We just, no computer work today. Doing some e-learning. Boy, be having us doing the e-learning shit. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? You get paid for it though. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good thing. You know what I mean? You can do it while you at work. You know what I'm saying? So you get paid for it. You know what I mean? It ain't not like we gotta do on our off time or nothing. So that's the good thing about it. Boy be wanting us to do a certain amount though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a certain amount done each month though. You know what I mean? But it ain't nothing hard though. You know. Like basic shit though. You know what I'm saying? But I like the company though, cause they stand for like their morals, integrity. You know what I'm saying? They value not just their customers. You know what I mean? They value their employees. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I came to learn about. You know, you got internal customer service and you got external customer service. You know what I mean? And you know, the internal customer service is just important as the you know, the external customer service. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is, you know, that's a big thing on how you treat your employees. You know what I mean? That shit'll determine whether motherfuckers like to come to work, you know, how much they work, you know what I'm saying? The quality of their work, you know what I mean? What's up? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. Mexico. What's going on? Hope y'all having a beautiful day though. Hope y'all taking full advantage of y'all day. But you know, like I say, you know, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe. You know what I mean? Because like I say, I just want to show y'all how, you know, doing the right thing is possible. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be no crash out here. You know, the level up in life. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about, you know, like I always say, you know what I mean? You know, instead of putting money first, you know what I'm saying? Put yourself first. You know what I mean? Put love first. You know what I'm saying? And everything will fall in, you know, and fall in line. And that's all I came to learn. Shit, the money could come. You know what I'm saying? The money ain't, you know, the money ain't no problem once you don't start to realize that. You know, motherfuckers just be fucking their chick out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, they be complaining about, you know, working and all kind of shit. You know what I mean? But, you know, we can't get ahead because we fuck our chick up and then, you know, we assed out. And we talking about the jobs ain't paying enough and this and that. No. Cut some shit out you doing in your life. And then you will have extra money to, you know, do whatever it is you like to do or want to do. Shit. I had to come to learn that though. You know, it ain't about how much you make, it's about what you do with your shit. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at with it. 'Cause yeah.
Putting safety first. Why does this matter? Putting safety first is vital to our purpose of making a positive impact in people's lives. And it puts our associates in to do their very best when they don't have to worry about unsafe work conditions. At Lansing, putting safety first is part of the culture and the fabric of the team's existence. It should be top of mind each and every day. How do we improve if necessary? First, set the highest standards and make sure your team understands the why. Make safety a regular topic of conversation. Tell them safety stories, successes and failures, because there are lessons to be learned in both. And management should factor safety into hiring and promotion decisions. Listen to this brief message from our Vice President of Risk Management.
At Lansing Building Products, putting safety first means concentrating on doing our work in a safe, productive, and efficient manner. We need each associate to be able to return to their homes in the same condition that they came to work in, i.e. safe, in good health, a little bit tired, but ready to go again the next day. Each of us is primarily responsible for our own safety, in addition to that of others. Let's all concentrate on putting safety first.
Ready to get off, though. Ready to get off and go chillax.
Engaging the whole Lansing team. Let's start with what this looks like. For Lansing, engaging the whole team means first, understanding your support teams as well as the tools and resources that are available to you, and then not being afraid to utilize those resources. Never be afraid to ask for help. This matters because we all get stronger through the capability and expertise of those around us. Lansing invests heavily in many tools and resources to help us strive for excellence. Here are just a few examples of those resources and tools. Operational excellence and central operations teams, system tools such as Salesforce, Lansing Now, and the pricing tool. Other resources include marketing, Lansing Learning, and the company store. To get stronger at engaging the whole Lansing team, talk to managers and peers on additional resources. Talk about collaborative experiences with those around you, and recognize those who contribute to your team's success. Listen to Steve Mosby's thoughts on engaging the whole Lansing team.
As an organization, we're really flat. We don't have a lot of extra people sitting around waiting for something to do. At the end of the day, pretty much everybody's sweating, and we're built that way. Everybody's contribution matters. If we don't get a contribution from everybody in the business, we're suffering as a whole. I like to think of it that each one of us is wearing Lansing sweatshirts. All of us have Lansing on the front of our jersey, but each of us also has our own individual names on the back of our jerseys. And it's because our individual contribution matters to the team's success. If you think of a basketball team, there's 5 people on the floor at any given time. If one of them is not contributing, then the burden of competition falls to the other 4. If you have 2 people not contributing, then the burden of competition falls to the other 4, and the effort gets multiplied that it requires for the team to be successful. So really, at the end of the day, if we don't have every org around, if we don't have everybody working together to a common goal, then we're leaving opportunity on the table.
Developing yourself and others is a hallmark of being a best-in-class place to work and build a career. And for those associates looking to build a career and not just hold down a job, it's important for them to know there's opportunity for growth because Lansing values this behavior.
What's up with everybody?
Tools and resources for associate development, such as Lansing Achieve and goal planning. As more associates utilize these tools and develop a growth mindset, turnover rates will decline.
You know what I'm saying? LoveRuledSupreme for life.
We can do to get better at ourselves and
You know what I
others.
mean? That's for love. That's for loyalty.
Yourself and others is really
You know
core
what
to the
I'm
number
saying?
one goal of Vision 2023, which is being a best-in-class place to work and build a career. Providing a great environment today is important, and having roles in which we can flourish today
But you
is
know,
great.
I just came
But really,
to,
more
you
important
know,
than that is folks knowing that
cherish
they
my
have a future
love.
here, because we pride
Cherish
ourselves on
love
having
and
long-term
loyalty.
careers
You
and
know what I'm
programs to
saying?
develop and support
And
those
cherish
careers. Having
relationships.
opportunities in place with every
You
associate
know what I
as a
mean?
chance to unlock and share their full
It's like,
potential
you know,
is a growing
we take a lot of relationships for granted.
So what can we
You
do to
know
get
what I'm
better at developing
saying?
yourself and others? First, establish your own plan using
Because
Team.
we
You
always
can begin with the
thinking,
goals
you
and resources
know,
provided there. Then, encourage fellow teammates to do the same.
people
And
gonna
finally,
be there
dedicate
all
time
the
to skill
time
building
for
with the
us.
team.
You know what I'm saying? You think, you know, we be thinking like we can always do a person wrong or do people wrong and they gonna always be there for us. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I just came to learn like motherfuckers gonna only do what you allow them to do to you. You know what I'm saying? And if you allow them boy to keep, you know, fucking over you, you know what I'm saying, doing you bad, doing you wrong, you know what I mean? You know, they thinking that shit, you know what I'm saying, you cool with it.
Making each day better is a Lansing mentality. Champions and winning teams are never satisfied to settle for status quo. So what does this look like in Lansing? It looks like something new, where associates are encouraged to offer their best ideas, where we can celebrate with ideas and more. But overall, it's a collective mindset we always can do better. To get better at being better, use Lansing Innovate, act on ideas, don't be afraid to fail, but learn from failure. Lansing will always be comfortable with this mentality, so managers, consider this when hiring a career.
Brand new steel toes. You know, got them alloy tops, the alloy tips.
Anybody can get up and get home with you. It would be extremely difficult to find a place where you can come in and work with people.
Kind of like these Reeboks. They Reeboks too.
For the purpose of a successful organization, knowing that the organization exists.
Reeboks make some, you know.
So as a
Reeboks got some cool
associate,
kicks.
I don't know how you could possibly replicate the one who exists to make your life as great as I continue to live it to make it happen. When we, as an aggregate, when we go shoulder to shoulder with that the opportunity to take it. So you could get up and go to work every day for a paycheck. Or you could get up and work every day for a call and care about it. You can just like see this. And figure out
understand what you've just said. More treatment tools and resources are available on our associate page. Thank you for your time and engagement, and thank you for living through it.
I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I'm done, hon. It's your world. You know what I'm saying? That's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? You can't create your own world. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta live in nobody else's world. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about life. You know what I'm saying? You can create the life you want. You know what I mean? But you know you just gotta have you gotta have that mindset. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? You gotta have that strong mindset. That never give up mindset. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck what it take mindset. You feel me? But you know it gotta be all in the right way. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be the right way. You know what I mean? Cause you can't be expecting to do no fucked up shit out here, expecting, you know, the right consequences or you know what I'm saying, the proper results behind doing some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, do positive things, get positive results. And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can't get no positive from a negative. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the upgrade though. You know what I'm saying? The change in your mindset. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you change how you look at things. You feel me? Your inlook and your outlook. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, like I say, everything start within. You know what I mean? You gotta go within. So, you know, that shit easier said than done. You know what I mean? But you know, don't nothing come to nobody who don't, you know, who don't put no work in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, get on your shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. You know, we ain't waiting on no handouts. We ain't waiting on no handouts no more. You know what I mean? Cause like I say, you know, motherfuckers think because they help you, you know what I'm saying, that you owe them. You know what I mean? But that ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I always do things from the heart. You know what I'm saying? If I can't afford to lose what I got to give, then I ain't gonna give it. You know what I mean? So, you know, don't give a motherfucker something you can't afford to lose. And that's all we came to learn. You know what I mean? That's how you kill a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? Like why would I give somebody something I know I can't afford to lose? You know what I'm saying? If you know you only got $40 in your pocket, you know what I mean, and you can't afford to lose 20 of it, why would you give it away? You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You know, stop putting so much stress on yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, you know, it's a beautiful thing once you done embrace life. You know what I mean? Embrace life with open arms. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that's all I did. You feel me? Instead of being so closed-minded, you know what I mean, thinking one way. You know what I'm saying? Why not open my mind to other possibilities out here? You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much so much going on out here. You feel me? Like there's so much going on out here, and that's all I came to learn. You know what I mean? Look at Michael. Check Michael off. That's Michael.
Hello, people. We're only gonna take off like 15.
How many?
Take 20 off.
Five, 4. Put 20 on it.
Mike wants to make it virtual.
LoveRuledSupreme fam. I am who I am, fam. Living and learning, fam. From lessons to blessing, fam. We one and don't give a damn. You strong as a bitch, fam. The shit that came from the days of losing no game, fam. Teamwork make the dream work. Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, I hope y'all have a beautiful day. See y'all later tonight for the Genesis. God's plan, God's man. You feel me? So you, like I said, we all got that, you know what I mean? We all got that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to tap in, you know what I mean, with the universe. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I say, why make the sky your limit when the universe is unlimited? You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. Universal love. You know what I'm saying? This shit major. You feel me? And I just want to show y'all, you know, the real-time upgrade. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? That shit hard, but you gotta be willing and wanting to do the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, LoveRuledSupreme forever. LoveRuledSupreme for life. Remember to guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. Y'all keep that shit tight. You feel what I'm saying? Till tonight. See y'all then.